Sayonara, Violet. That virtual racing machine has just arrived in Britain, but you can only see it in two places, either in Hamleys, in the West End of London, or the Bad Influence studio. Where else? If you want one for Christmas, it'll set you back a cool £20,000, but it really is an amazing bit of equipment. The steering wheel judders violently if you ever crash into something, which I do quite frequently, and you can watch the race from 4 completely different positions. At the moment, I'm sitting behind the wheel, a la racing driver, but if I push this button, I can zoom hundreds of feet above the action and look down on it. Now, we were sitting around in the office thinking, who leads the kind of lifestyle that would be best suited to test this machine? Fast cars, jet set, showbiz. Well, we couldn't think of anybody else, but we thought, oh, well, take that, they'll do. Hello, boys. Have a seat. Welcome to Bad Influence. You play games a lot?
Yeah, I play Game Boy most of all. I'm a bit of a Super Mario fan.
What about you, Jason? Do you like platform games or simulators or what?
I'm very basic, Andy, you know, a bit of football here and there.
Tell you what though, Andy, they're not very good at it, you know what I mean? I'm the best one out of them.
You're the man, are you?
I'm the man, I'm the man.
Well, I think Bad Influence ought to take that in a small race.
Fair enough.
Select your viewpoint.
Here we go.
And eat rubber, Johnny Popstar!
OK, Frederick interviewer, here we go.
Come on, Rob.
See you.
Oh, whoa! I've already got into a horrendous spin.
Get yourself together, mate.
I'm all right, mate. Hang on, I'm there.
We're both doing about 200 mile an hour, I think.
Oh, but
Stay cool.
Just see me sweat.
I lost my racing line there. That's what drivers say. I lost my racing line.
Do you know what it means, though?
No, I've no clue, but it sounds great.
It sounds great, doesn't it?
Tell you what, I think we better introduce the next link, Gary, because these two are wrapped up in this game.
Yeah.
Oh!
Here's a clip from our new video, Could It Be Magic? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Nice Christmas.
Take That's latest single, yes. Some balloons for Spiky the Hedgehog. Well, perhaps not. One of those racing machines, yeah. Good cheer, festive flirtlers. I'll finish my list for Santa later. Now, this is a cheat for Jaguar XJ220 on the Amiga. To be a lap record holder every time, simply do this cunning manoeuvre during the intro. Turn on the radio, not the CD, and tune in the frequency to 065.4. Now, not only will your car be souped up, but it'll be super fast. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just finish off my list to Santa. Rock Drummer 2 for the SNES, that's definite. And a hedgehog in a pear tree. Just my little joke.
I wonder what he's getting us. Now for this week's news and previews.
First, some stocking fillers for Christmas. For Amiga, there's a budget range of classic games available. Things like Zack McCracken, Future Wars and Panzer Kickboxing. And they will cost you anything between £10 and £13.
For Sonic and Mario fans, there's a great line in t-shirts for about £10 to £14, although they do all tend to be huge.
What about a Games Tips video? One for Amiga or one for Sega? They will cost you $9.99. Or, if you don't want to watch, you want to read, there's the Mega Drive Tips book at $9.99, or this one, the one Miss Berlin's got her eye on, the Super NES Games Secrets, including Street Fighter 2, that's only $8.99.
There's also a great range of peripherals like these character joysticks, or if you're a bit more serious, this ballistic joypad, or this touch-sensitive Turbo Touch joypad.
For handhelds, there are hundreds of bits and gizmos around this year. This is the Handy Boy for use with the Game Boy, or you can get carrying cases as well.
And don't forget the Bad Influence magazine, so you can check through it for more ideas, and you can't say you're stuck for them then, can you?
Another Mickey Mouse game is due out on the SNES next year. In the magical quest, Mickey has to find Pluto, who's been captured by the evil Emperor Pete. The quest takes Mickey through a treacherous world with only a magical turban for help. Poor old Pluto.
The Game Boy's got its very own Game Genie. You just slot it in, put in a cart, and then you can enter codes to change your gameplay in a variety of ways. Like this game's, I've got infinite lives, I stay as Large Mario, and I can run through all the objects. And to keep your codes in, you've got this diddy little book at the back here.
Yeah, but I'd lose it. This Christmas sees the release of the American blockbuster movie Home Alone 2, featuring the angel-faced Macaulay Culkin once more as the ever-resourceful Kevin McAllister, who this time gets lost in New York and again encounters his old enemies, the Wet Bandit gang. Now, as you'd expect, there's a game out on the back of it, This is the PC version, but it's also out on the Game Boy and NES. The SNES version won't be ready till February. And now for some more games reviews.
Dracula the Undead on the Lynx is a role-playing game set in a spooky old Transylvanian castle. You play Jonathan Harker, a young English solicitor, and you need to find a way to escape before the Count has you for dinner. Here's Ben.
This is one of the nicest handheld games I've seen for a while. It's a bit difficult because the controls are very tricky. You press B to select the icon mode. You press up and down to select which one you want to do. Example, get or use. Here I'm using use. Then you press right. There's a little arrow that tells you which way you're controlling. Then you press up and down to select the object which you're going to use. I'm using the crucifix here so I can talk to Dracula. Then you press A to activate it. Here come the 3 brides of Dracula. They're coming to eat me, but Dracula's told them not to because he wants to eat me. The graphics and perspective are really good. It makes it look like it's a movie set. The music and sound effects add real depth to the game. It makes you feel as though you're in a spooky castle. I'd give this game full marks, but you have to enjoy these kind of games to like this one. I'm totally addicted to it.
This takes a bit of getting used to, because the icons are so fiddly. But for a puzzle game, it's good. I'd buy this.
I really hate these sort of games, but I must admit it looks impressive for a handheld.
And the scores for Dracula the Undead? The boys gave it an average 3 out of 5, but the girls liked it better and awarded it 4 out of 5.
John Madden 93 for the Mega Drive features the latest lineup of Madden's all-American superstars. You can play against the computer or with a friend. Here's Sarah and John heading for the playoffs.
If you're an American football fan, then the Madden games is definitely for you. I don't think this is as good as the other two though.
This is great. It looks complicated to start with, but it's not that hard to get into. It's really playable.
The main problem for me is in picking a formation and then playing it. There's too long a gap.
I've never played American football before, but I did enjoy this. Although I've played it for quite a bit, I still wouldn't buy it.
I actually preferred the last game, John Madden 92. I still give this one 4 stars out of 5 though. It looks good and it plays well.
I like this game, I like the sound effects, and I love the way you can tackle. It's a bit confusing if you don't understand American football, and it's not that hard to pick up.
Basically, this is the same as the original. If you haven't got John Madden already, buy it.
And the scores for John Madden 93. The boys gave it a good score, 4 out of 5, and the girls liked it as well. They gave it 4 out of 5 too.
Christmas pud, yum 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 yum. Christmas pud is in my tum. Important Christmas tip. Remember to fill up with plenty of chocolate hedgehogs on Christmas Day so that you'll be full by lunchtime and you won't have to touch any of that scrotty turkey and Brussels sprouts. Now, this is a level skipping cheat for Golden Axe 2 on the Mega Drive. When the demo is running, hold down A, B, C and press Start. Then move down to Options and tap B and C, like that. Then you move down to Exit and press B 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your level numbers will now appear in the centre of the screen and you can choose whichever level you like. Press Start and away we go. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm feeling a little peckish. What's this? Spikey! I told you not to go near that saucepan!
If you want to read the data blast, set your video recorder now.
We were giving away 3 of these last week as competition prizes. Lynx handhelds with Batman returns. The competition question was simple. What's the American TV transmission system called?
The answer's NTSC, and the names of the lucky winners are going along the bottom of the screen.
So congratulations to all of you. This week's competition prize is brilliant. We have 10 copies of the Take That Video, Take That and Party to give away, combined with 10 Bad Influence t-shirts. And what we'd like to know, please, on a postcard or stuck down envelope, is the names of the 2 original bands who got together to form Take That. 2 bands got together to form Take That. What were the name of the bands? Postcard, stuck down envelope, usual Bad Influence address by New Year's Eve, please.
I'm afraid we didn't have time for the Rock Drummer 2 item, so we'll be holding that over for our first show of the new year. That's the 7th of January. That's our next show.
In the meantime,